Hi, everyone. Mike White here. Welcome to this week's blog post. I was getting ready for putting together this post, and I was going through my normal morning routine, and it dawned on me, based upon the conversations I've been having the past few weeks, and what my own life experience has been, both personally and professionally. But it really comes down to watching some of the habits that I've developed over time about what I do when I do it, and the fact that a vast majority of the things that I do are purposeful and are scheduled as part of my day and as part of my week and sometimes as part of the month and year. But as I was working through this and I was looking at these habits, it dawned on gee, how long have I been doing this and how long have I been doing that? And I was speaking to some people yesterday, and they were having some success with long-term strategies that they've been using. And it really keeps coming back over and over again. The people who are succeeding in tougher times, or people who are succeeding in tougher markets, are winning opportunities, because when things slow down or things aren't going the way they want, they focus on spending more time speaking to more people. And it drove the point for me that for more than 40 years, I think the one thing that I remember when I first got started in the industry, the advice that I had received, those words, despite being more than 40 years old, and I'm sure it was not the first time it was ever said, so it's got to be well but beyond that. But it goes back to advice about generating opportunities, and again, the words just keep ringing so true that you don't have enough business because you don't speak to enough people. And if you aren't getting the business that you want, then go out there and talk to more people until you do. And I've said this, I've shared this, I've coached people that, and a lot of times people's eyes roll up and, oh, that's just old school and blah, blah, blah. And, I get it. And it's harder and harder, um, as more people in the industry have grown up, relying and taking advantage of technologies. And certainly, technology has come a long way since I first heard those words. And yeah, there are so many ways to connect with potential clients and referral partners. But you know what? In the age of the internet and AI and all these automated things that we do, I'm telling you, it still remains. I still see that there's nothing more powerful or productive in our arena. And again, this may not be true for other areas, but when it comes to people who want help with the mortgage process and the home buying process, you will see that the people who are winning in the market, the people who are building the relationships, the people who are thriving in these times are the people that are actually working a plan that includes having personal conversations with other human beings. And yes, I know there are a lot of people out there, there are a lot of companies out there right now who have downsized their companies, have downsized their stuff. They're relying more on AI, they're relying more on technology, they're relying more on automated systems. And I get that. But the point is, you can use many of those automated systems yourselves. You can use those technologies yourselves. But you know what? You miss out on not being able to speak to people. And without that one-on-one conversation, you are competing against the best liars on the internet. And that's just the way it works. If you make this business about you know, raw data, if you make this business about just fill in the boxes and check it and go, the problem that you're going to have is twofold. First of all, you're not building a relationship or a connection with the people that you're speaking to, number one. And number two, while you're speaking to those people, you have an opportunity to generate other opportunities. You have the opportunity to engage in a conversation that can trigger their brain as to somebody else who might need your help, to somebody else's situation. Because I find that there are so many people that the simple act of, we talk about, I'm a firm believer in making those birthday calls. I'm a firm believer in those annual review calls, not just sending a text message or an email, but actually picking up the phone and call. And I've done this for years. I've had people side by side not do anything for their birthday. And then I've had other people who have sent emails. I've had other people who sent text messages, and I've had people who picked up the phone and actually called to leave that birthday message. And I will tell you the data is it's not even close. It's not even close. The people who pick up the phone and make those calls often get return phone calls. They often get thank yous, and they often engage in conversations while they're speaking with those people that result in a referral or an opportunity to do a purchase or a refi or connect with the person that they're actually speaking to another referral partner. And you don't have to believe it, but I'm telling you, the data doesn't lie. In our business, again, in our business, you may go to an online lender, and there may be people who are comfortable with that, but I am telling you, the vast majority of people want to speak to another human being and are grateful for that opportunity. And it all starts with a plan, to be honest with you. If you're not building your business around opportunities to actually pick up the phone and speak to people, like today's Thursday. For all of my clients, Thursdays are follow up on the pre-approval afternoons. It's where you call every one of your pre-approvals that you've pre-approved on a Thursday afternoon, generally after 2 o'clock, and ask a simple question. Did you see property last weekend? Are you scheduled to see property this weekend? If they're seeing property, find out if they're planning on making an offer. If they're seeing property and they haven't found anything that they like, encourage them. And if they haven't seen properties, it gives you an opportunity to ask them why. And many times it'll come down to the fact that the person that they're working with hasn't called them to show them anything. And that's when I like to grab the phone and call the referral partner and say, yo, these people haven't seen a house in 2 weeks. They can't buy a house if they're not seeing property. Find something to show them this weekend. Let's go. And sometimes that agent's going to tell you, you know what? I completely forgot about those people, or I got sidetracked, or I got busy with another deal, and they forget. And you know what? And sometimes the people you're working with, they leave that referral partner and go to somebody else who will pay attention to them. This is, to me, I want to corner the market on personal connection in the mortgage industry. There may be the technology people who want everything automated, and good for them. There's always going to be a large segment of the population who need and want to work with another person. Be that person. Make those calls. Talk to those people. If you have any questions or comments, it's Mike, imtcoaching.com. We'll speak to you again next week. Take care.